Hi, I'm Jenny Donheiser.
And I'm Nicole Spezio.
And
And this is How Are You Brainwashed?
Hello, my dearest friend.
Hi, sweetheart. My sweetheart.
My sweetheart. What's going on?
I fear to tell you my true answer to this
Why?
because it's so boring. I fear if I should say something else.
What? Well, tell me, and then I'll decide. Let
I'm
me be the decider.
I'm shopping for a new keychain.
What do you're shopping for a new keychain?
Yeah, I need a new keychain, and I'm sort of in the market for one that's kind of fun and shows a little personality, but not too much.
Whoa. I don't think I've ever bought a keychain. I think they've always just ended up with me, and then that's what's my keychain. Like, I don't even think I have a real keychain in this time. I just have a little silver thing that my stuff is on.
I got a really chic leopard print Marc Jacobs one as a gift many years
Whoa.
ago. And then, that one became crusty dusty and I had to get a new one. I got a beautiful holographic version of the same Marc Jacobs keychain. And now that keychain, I went to buy it again for the third time in a different pattern, discontinued. So now I got to start from scratch and say, what is my keychain personality?
This is crazy. This is the craziest thing anyone's ever said.
I know. Should we cut it? I'm looking at I saw one that's a bulb of garlic. I'm like, that's kind of fun. That's the one to beat right now is a bulb of garlic.
All right, listeners, if you know a good fun keychain, send it our way. Nicole is in the market.
In the market for a fun keychain. Jenny,
Oh
yeah,
my
that's what's
God.
really going on with me.
Wow.
Wait, also I went back to therapy.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to lead with that. How's the therapy going?
Okay, yeah, I've had 3 therapy sessions.
And do you like?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I don't know. We're just talking about a lot of stuff, and I'm talking about being sort of hyper productive and then sort of going into freeze mode. And it's been positive of maybe maybe people would need a rest after being that hyper productive. Maybe we're not supposed to be that productive. Maybe it's supposed to be sort of just a little bit, and then it would be more sustainable. So I thought that was an interesting point.
Yeah.
And we've had 3 sessions, so we're just sort of peeling back all the layers, but I like her a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, our generation really got brainwashed with productivity.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's a really hard one to break.
It's
Productivity
impossible.
equals dopamine equals value, and we cannot get out of that.
Why do I need to have a spreadsheet of candle scents?
That's an amazing question. I've been wanting to know that for a while.
It's like, yeah, babe, you don't need it. But yeah, so I got a new endocrinologist.
Oh my God.
And a new
Yes.
psychiatrist.
Great.
I clean in house for people that don't hate fat people. And my endocrinologist is like very fat friendly bro, which is like a vibe I'm not sort of used to, and I kind of liked it. So yeah, I'm just sorry to always talk about
keychains and shopping for doctors.
Shopping for keychains and docs.
Love that.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, great.
What about you?
I have to do a secret Santa for my in-laws, and I'll say who I got because they're not listening to this podcast. I don't think any of my family is listening to this podcast that will be at this event. The only likelihood is maybe my father-in-law, but he already knows who I have because we talked about it when he was here. But I have CK, and for those who don't know, that's my father-in-law's husband. So it's the hardest one because he's so chic and his tastes are so fancy and of a genre. He lives in a world I have nothing about.
No, I think that he's gonna be the easiest to buy. He just likes nice shit. Just get him some nice shit.
But we have $100 limit.
Okay. You could get him like a really gorgeous, fancy Kiehl's soap set, or you could get him. Okay, sorry.
I think Kiehl's is bad.
I don't know.
I was just saying.
I was using Kiehl's as a placeholder.
Okay.
I don't know about Kiehl's, but
they have 8 different sets of china in their house.
This is what you should do. You should just Google chic father-in-law presents.
So yeah, if you out there know what to get a 70+ gay man who loves interior design and British TV shows, let me know.
Okay, okay, chic father-in-law presents. We're getting slippers. Oh, what about like this seems like a good like a gourmet olive oil set of different gourmet
Just
oils?
don't
He
know.
doesn't like to
I
cook?
feel like he's, like, got no, he cooks all the time. He's chef, but I've never seen, like, has specific things he likes, and
No,
he's
go
like
to like like a little artisanal market and get like a you can get like a little package of shit. All right, whatever. This is not my problem.
okay, okay,
And I
well
don't know why I'm trying to solve it.
that's where I'm at. I have to do Secret Santa with all my in-laws on Christmas, so sucks. Sucks. But it's better than having to get everybody something, so I
Absolutely.
ultimately am thrilled about it, but also I'm sad that I have to do
Did you
it.
get your son Christmas presents? Like or like sorry, are you going to?
Huh, I
They don't
guess.
know what's going on. Oh,
I
I
think
gotta get
that
Christmas presents?
other people will get
That's what
them, but yeah, they're not on my son's not on the Secret Santa list.
well, because everyone's gonna buy for your son because he's baby. Because Christmas is, spoiler alert, for children. Why do I have to buy slippers for my in-law every day till I die? Like, it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, so are we bad parents if we don't specifically buy, like
not at this age. I
that's what
think
I think.
next year. Next year they have memories, we've decided.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You know who else gives me great memories?
And this is why I do the transitions, folks, because but sure. No, no, no. I think what I'm hearing you say is it
Yeah.
might be time to bring in our guest.
Yes. Okay, I am so excited to bring in our guest, co-host of one of the best podcasts of all time, Straightio Lab, with former guest of the pod, Sam Taggart, who we also love, also host of United States of Kennedy, an iHeart podcast. His special, A Sense of Urgency, is out now, streaming on Amazon, Apple, Vimeo, wherever you can rent, buy, get thee there. Please welcome to the pod, George Civeris.
Wow. Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
George.
You guys, can I say something? I wish we were in the same room. I'm having really like I'm I'm feeling very I don't know what it is. Maybe just because I'm overcaffeinated today, but I'm in a really social zone where I'm like, I want to be not only in the same room, but honestly like huddling, like physically touching each like I want to be huddling sports style.
Oh, that would be so
You know what I
nice.
I
mean?
know. There was something so romantic when we used to do the pod, just like snuggled on a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something nice about that, but ultimately, we have chosen Zoom, George,
No,
is
I
the path that we're doing, and
understand.
it's not a great path, but I hear you.
And I know
Yeah.
you guys were just talking about your kids,
Yeah.
and I was saying, I'm of course helping raise my niece by visiting her once a week, so I get it. And, we parents have to stick together.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You get it.
Yeah, it's hell out here. We gotta pot at 8. We
We
gotta
have
do
to
what
pod at
we
8
it's
PM,
the
yeah.
hardest thing. It's the biggest sacrifice I've made, hands down, is potting at 8 with Nicole on Zoom
Hard to hear.
instead of
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
yeah.
What, George, you're doing like a sort of Wednesday at 3 PM pod like a normal person? Like, when do you do your
Well,
recording?
that's an interesting question, Nicole. Because I'm sure it's difficult to pod at 8 p.m., but it's even more difficult to pod when your co-host lives across the country and you are
Yes.
trying to do in-studio recordings. And
Mm.
so what ends up happening is we are planning Sam is coming to New York. I'm going to LA. Are we breaking even? Who knows? We're cooking the books, folks. I don't know. I don't know if it's adding up, but it really makes me feel like so many things I do, like if you don't look at the financial aspect of it, they make me feel like a huge celebrity. Like I'm like, God, I have to go to LA for work. And then we actually sit down and you're like, let's run the numbers here.
Yeah, I get you on that
Yeah.
for
So that's
sure.
so that's sort of
Definitely
where we're
relate.
at. But it also does keep things interesting. And then the Kennedys, which is like a whole other story, I always record in the middle of the day. And so basically what happens is, when you have one thing in the middle of the day, and so you pretty much can't do anything for the rest of the day,
Of
because the
course.
first half of the day is emotionally preparing to do that one thing, and the second half is kind of celebrating that you did that one thing.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
my Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
A nice middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's my child's nap. That's my accomplishment of the
Well,
day.
I'm sort of a 4-year-old at heart, really, and financially as well, as mentioned.
Wait, okay, I have barely spoken to other people today, so this is huge. Outside, I've been stay-at-home mom, George, for a while, and it's making me lose my mind, but today I was Zooming with a pal, another creative project another passion project, as I say to Nicole. All my projects
I
are
don't like when she
passion.
calls our pod a passion project. It makes me so
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you guys need to buck up and get serious.
Yeah, I know. If you guys want to be Patreons, let us know. Reach out.
No, by the end of this episode, you're gonna be acquired by Pod Save America, and you're gonna be
Oh.
on the network.
That makes
And
the
we're
most
gonna
sense,
we're gonna get better or work on the pod.
Oh my God.
Whoa,
What's
forgot.
Beto up to? Still around?
Well,
Love
we'll
to
know
see
when we
him.
get our big interview.
He's
Yeah,
run
he's
for
gonna
everything.
he's gonna come out as bisexual exclusively on this podcast.
My God, let's manifest. Let's manifest.
It's kind of the only card he has left to play. All love.
I know.
For sure.
Truly. Okay, wait. So I'm zooming. I'm looking at my baby monitor on my phone. I'm looking at him being like, is he napping? Is he napping? He recently has discovered how to open his sleep sack. So, George, we zip them into a blanket to contain them at night.
So they can escape.
Oh,
they can't
I'm
escape.
familiar.
Okay.
So he's recently figured out how to open it. And I was looking at him, I was like, oh no, he opened his sleep sack. Hopefully that's fine. And then I'm talking to my friend on Zoom, I look over at him. He's holding something in his hand going like this and then throwing it. And I was like, wait. I was like, hey, friend, hang on. I got to check on something. Go in there. It's his poop. It's his poop, you guys. He had taken off his diaper, which had poo-poo in it. And he was patty caking, making shapes.
How old is he? You're like
He's
12.
42. He's gonna be 2 next week.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was all over his hands, all over his face.
No.
Yep. All over his feet. There were handprints of poo on his sheet. It was really cool. I had to give him a bath.
Well, I should hope so.
Yeah. You didn't let him just go back to take a nap in the shit room.
You're like, just a quick wipe.
I
Dry wipe.
I
Yeah.
started wiping him, and then I was like, okay,
Crazy.
Right. No,
this is
that's more of a wet situation for sure.
beyond.
Well, he was playing like poop Play-Doh, essentially.
I thought for a second, I was like, oh, maybe he took Play-Doh in there. No, it was poop.
You would have remembered giving him Play-Doh.
I hate that.
Yeah. So now I guess I gotta zip him in a onesie or something. I don't know. Or potty train him. I don't know, you guys. That was my day. Poo Play-Doh.
Sorry.
You guys love this story?
No, I in fact don't love the story. I don't want it. And did you said you like started being potty trained or what?
No.
You're laying the groundwork. You're like making him say bye-bye to pee-pee in the toilet and stuff, right? The classics.
Not really. I guess, yeah. The book, okay, Nicole and George, there's a book that every mom does now called Oh Crap Potty Training, and they tell you like don't even talk about it until the day you're ready to do it. And
No,
then
I already fucked that up.
make them bottomless for like a week.
So I have a question because I don't know anything about potty training. In an ideal world, or like for the average child, how long does potty training take from beginning to end?
That's a great question. Some babies it takes like a week, and some babies it takes like 3 months. So it's just gonna
Okay, but 3 months is still like a manageable time.
Yeah.
You can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. So I guess I got to do that so he's not playing with his shit in his bed or make him a mummy him.
Oh God, what horrible options! Wow, we really launched right into mom content for
sorry.
George.
I'm sorry,
So embarrassing.
George. I said,
do
I've
not
seen
apologize.
no one and done nothing except to clean my son's poop. So I had to.
It's a hard day.
I had to release it into.
I was literally
ether.
today talking about how I've been listening to the new Tame Impala album. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Kind of. Nicole, definitely not.
Okay, so the only reason I bring it up, I was talking today about it's the first album that he's done after becoming a parent, and I was talking about how like I love albums. I love the first albums artists release after becoming a parent, like Ray of Light, and like Khalees has a really great album called Flesh Tone. So this podcast is sort of like your like this entire podcast is like your ray of light in that you guys had kids and then started this podcast, and it's about like your feelings on new motherhood.
Wow, should we rebrand? Launch a huge rebranding.
I mean, I think that is what the brand is. Like, we both got pregnant on the podcast and then had our babies. we started as not mothers, and now we've
Yeah.
went through the journey, and all I can talk about is how my kids make me want to write poetry because I love them so much.
Yeah, that's tough.
Saddest thing I ever heard or said. And again, I will not actually write it, but the urge to write poetry because of how moved I am with
Yeah.
love for my children is so strong.
It's beautiful, Nicole. Nicole's got a hard exterior, you know, George, and to see her soft and gooey, it's so nice.
Were you like a sort of cynical goth, like Janine Garofalo and Romeo and Michelle type person, and then you softened with children?
Oh my God, George, we just saw the Romeo and Michelle Broadway musical, and
Ooh.
we will say nothing about that. But no, like literally, we went to go see Titanic a while ago, and I had the thought, I was like, this is actually sad that we're making light of these people that died. Like
No,
a crazy
that's
thought.
really funny.
A crazy, and it's something I would have never considered.
You literally
but
become right wing. You're like, drag should be banned. Drag should be banned. It's making fun of the female experience, and women are actually mothers.
It's so crazy how much your brain changes. So like that, I
know.
About
I
making
had
fun of Titanic victims. Is it called a victim?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. Have you seen The House of Yes with Parker Posey? It's literally like at the center of it. And I'm not going to ruin it, but at the center of it, someone uses the JFK assassination as like acting out the JFK assassination as like a kink. And it's like super campy, and it's Parker Posey, and she's wearing like the Jackie O,
I remember the
Chanel
cover.
suit.
Yes.
Yeah, on the cover, iconic cover. And I was like, damn, when I was like 17, I would have thought this was so bad. And I still love it. But I was kind of like, you guys, this was a national tragedy. Let's not make light of our president being assassinated in cold blood.
I mean, literally, like Julia Fox for Halloween, like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone was quite mad.
I know, but I have to say, like, I think it's fun but then she tried to explain her costume and like couldn't form a sentence. All love. I support her. All love. Cannot speak English, that girl. And so I'm like, if you're gonna go full Jackie O covered in blood, you gotta be a little more articulate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, and she on the red carpet when they were interviewing her was like, yeah, like I did it. And then later she was like, and it was an act of feminist defiance to do this costume to bring awareness to gun violence. And it's like, no, when you actually were asked before you heard that people were mad, you were like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, sometimes I did it as like an okay answer.
If that's the truth, just say you did it.
Yeah, that's tough. Now, me on the other hand, I'm watching Bring Her Back. I'm watching College Idaho Murders. I don't care. So
we're talking true crime?
I do true crime, and I also do horror still.
Oh, horror. Bring Her Back is horror.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I've gotten into horror only as an adult. I had a really traumatic experience with The Sixth Sense and The Ring when I was a child, and I said, no, I am not doing this for 15 years. And then I've gotten into horror in recent years.
Hey, yeah, welcome. Tell Nicole it's okay.
I know. I'm finally at the point where I'm not like scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Well, I like a psychological thriller. Are we calling Black Swan a psychological thriller? Yeah, right? I like that.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't like true crime about like, and then these nuns got brutally murdered. It's like, yeah, no, I don't need that, actually. I don't need to intake that. That's, I don't know why any of us really need to intake it, but
we have to live our worst fears. We have to see it play out. I also like to see people go through, like, I like when they interview families because I like to see them on the other side of it. You know, I'm like, how did they get through it? Or are they in shambles? Because, you know, I have to imagine all worst case scenarios happening to me, and how would I survive?
I know. I've always been like, okay, so I've always been like, true crime, the conflict is too obvious. I'm like, I want a movie about a woman getting divorced. Like, I want human, kind of both pain and resilience. Like, I want things that are day to day. Like, I want the day to day to be elevated rather than to watch something that is so extreme that it like fucks up my perception of the world.
Agreed.
Just a nice woman getting divorced.
Yeah. Or even staying in an unhappy marriage, or even like dealing with sexual harassment at work. I pretty much just want to see women like kind of going through really difficult things. Have you guys
Still being
ever
alive,
have you
too.
guys ever met a gay guy before?
Yeah, I like that too. I like it all.
Yeah, I do like to see women do almost anything except be killed.
Yeah, I don't want them to be killed.
But any other thing, I'll watch them do it.
Yeah.
I'm not watching them be killed, although I will say, I go back on that. Do you remember? Okay, Nicole, on our Aaron Jackson episode, we have talked about a famous thing called double idea, where they make they make two things at the same time that are about the same thing, like Bugs Ant's life. It's a
Yes.
famous double idea.
Capote and
Yep.
the other
Yeah.
Capote movie. Yeah.
The
There
two
was
wild parties, all the famous double ideas.
There was a double idea that happened a couple years ago of a real true crime story about a woman who axed another woman to death. And they made one with Jessica Biel.
Yes, one with Jessica Biel and one with oh my God, Elizabeth
Wait,
Olsen.
Lizzie Olsen, yeah.
Oh, yes, Lizzie Olsen. And I
Okay, I didn't know you guys were friends with her, Lizzie Olsen.
we did go to school
She
with
went to
her.
our
You did-
school.
oh my God,
No, but it is so.
that is so funny. I was like, relax, you don't know her. You're like, we do actually.
I mean, we do, but we don't.
That's
Oh,
so
I know,
funny.
I mean,
that was
Wait,
what she went by at
She
school.
went by Lizzie.
no,
She went
I
by
believe
Lizzie at
you.
school.
I literally take it all back.
No, it's
Were you
crazy.
friends with her?
It's crazy. We were, I would say,
No.
acquaintances.
We were
Okay,
for
sure,
sure.
sure.
I've been out with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been out on the town.
Okay, I love that. Then never mind. Apologies.
Yeah, so Lizzie did one of them, yeah. And
Lizzie
Jessica
did the
Biel.
other
Yeah,
one.
and I feel like Jessica Biel had like a crazy wig in hers, but then Lizzie looked just normal.
I know. That is an amazing point. I don't know why one decided to go full wig and the other not, but like a curly, like a grandma.
Yeah, it was. Have you? Okay, I don't. Genuinely, I do. I'm not like. I'm not pursuing acting. I'm not like going on auditions. It's not my world. But very few times I have found myself on a set, and one of the few times was with Jessica Biel, and I walked away from it being like, Jessica Biel is our finest actress in America.
I think she's good.
I was like in shock. I could not believe how good she was.
Yeah.
And ever since I had that experience, I'm like let's go. I'm like team Jessica Biel. I'm going back. I'm watching The Rules of Attraction. I'm watching some terrible movies she's been in. I'm watching And I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I'm saying we need to get this woman an Oscar.
Whoa.
Whoa. You were on set. Wait, what were you on set with Jessica Biel on?
It was her. I was actually cut out of the scene, but it was The Better Sister, this Amazon show she was on with Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, yeah.
And to be clear, Elizabeth Banks was also really good in it, but Jessica Biel specifically was really nice to me.
There you go.
And
That's what I was
so-
going to ask. Is like it was because that she was just that magnetic.
She was
of a
in fact
performer.
very good at acting,
And
and the
also she was
scene
nice
was
to you.
more on her than on Lizzie Banks, as I call her. But she also was very nice to me, and I was like, okay, clock.
Yeah, if a celebrity is nice, sort of. Claire Danes really wanted to hear about the housing lottery for me when I was on set with her.
Ooh.
I think because also she was like, "Wait, what do you guys do for enough money? That's crazy." But yeah, I will take a bullet for her. She's my sister forever now.
I once explained the concept of audition pay to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
What did you think?
I think it took her a second to get used to it, but then I think she was on board.
Yeah. I mean, part of the reason for a very brief period in time, I had non-union commercial agent. Okay. And they were sending me stuff every day. And I had a full-time job. The amount of work you gotta do for a self-tape is nutso bingo. And sometimes to be on set for $500 or whatever.
It's not my world. It's not
Yeah.
my world.
Hell, George.
I'm
Hell.
so happy for everyone who is acting, and I celebrate actors every day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
thank you.
You like to only be seen and witnessed as your genius own self.
I'm not. No. I'm not I love doing things with friends or whatever. I just the lifestyle at this stage in my life. I'd rather be like. How do I put this? It's like the darkness of being a writer to me is preferable. Like if
Mhm.
like the darkness of being like a struggling writer is preferable to the darkness of being a struggling actor, even though both have their own dark vibes.
For sure.
And I
Certainly.
don't think one is better than the other inherently, but like, yeah, that's sort of where I am right now. But maybe it'll change in a year. Maybe I'll get an amazing facelift and filler, and then I'll be like the star of the third iteration of that true crime show that
Yes.
Jessica Biel did.
You're the
Yeah.
new Lizzie Olsen.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did watch both, and I did watch everyone get chopped up, so,
You
you
watched
know.
them both.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
That's how
crazy.
much you love murder, is you're like, I
Well,
actually know this murder. I want to see it again.
once I watched the Jessica Biel one, I said, "Well, I'd like to see the other take," you know?
Whose
Totally.
did you like better?
I liked the Jessica Biel one better.
And thank
Wha-
God, but also no offense to your friend.
No, my
Jesus.
partner.
Backstabber much?
Sorry. It wasn't performance fault, it was just the way it was done on each side.
Well, you know, Jessica Biel also produces, so she
Mm.
knows what she's doing. And in fact, on set, you know, when we were all on set and we were all hanging out, Jessica Biel and Elizabeth Banks actually produced that show together, and you could tell they were really tight. They had a good creative partnership.
It's nice to hear
Yeah,
women aligning, coming
exactly.
together.
Finally,
Yeah.
This is why we brought you to hear about all the hijinks of that set.
yeah, just that one
Thanks,
set.
you guys.
That I
got
was cut out of.
into.
Yeah, yeah, most amazing experience of my life.
Okay, George, talk to us about your special. This will
Ooh,
come out the day after it comes out, so we
oh my God,
wanna
amazing.
hear.
Yeah, it was filmed in New York City at the Slipper Room.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, it's very like it's funny. Wearing like a very sort of severe navy suit with a white t-shirt, and then the curtain behind me is sort of like burgundy red, and we put like a kind of filmic filter on it, and it looks a little bit like Lynchian. Like it sort of looks like it's
Oh,
Mulholland Drive. And
fun.
honestly, like
See?
because it's a small room, so the audience is pretty small, so you're not hearing. I promise I did well, but you're not hearing uproarious laughter just because there's not that many people. And so there are parts where I'm like, oh, so it sort of does sound like like this, it's some dark, like we're in the magic castle or something. And it's like, I'm like a magician performing a trick, but I've like forgotten my rabbit. But that said, it was really fun. And I don't know, I don't really put out like clips or anything. And I feel like this is work that I've been working on for like years of my life. And it's like jokes that I wrote like 2 years ago, jokes that I mean, it's mostly newer stuff, but there's I'd say it's like 70% newer stuff that was written for this special and 30% truly old material that like probably the oldest joke in it I wrote in like 2018 or something. And so it's weird. It's weird to basically see like a different version of yourself
Totally.
perform something that you
Mhm.
barely for some of it, like stuff that you're like, I wonder if my brain would even go there now, or I wonder if I
Mhm.
even feel that way about that topic now as I did then.
Right.
And also, I don't know, I sort of think I shouldn't say this when I'm releasing a special, but I sort of think stand up should never be taped. Sorry. And I'm kind of like, because what I like about it is the liveness of it. And it's
Yeah.
so crazy to see, like, so of all the times I've done these jokes, this is the one version that's going to live
Yes.
forever. And I'm,
Mhm.
of course, never going to do them again because that would be like crazy. Like, I'm now
Crazy.
writing new material. So that it's just all the work I did for like anywhere from, 1 year to 5 years, depending on how old the jokes are. Like, this is it. This is what it's all been leading to. And if that night they went amazing, then great. If that night one joke didn't go as well, that's it.
That is so crazy. I've
Yeah.
never thought about that. We were like, no, this joke killed in Toronto in
Yeah,
2019. I wish
totally.
I had that version of it forever. That's so interesting.
Or even but I was very lucky, like, the audiences were very good, but I was also thinking, like, what if they were bad? Like, you have
Yeah.
no control over it. There on The Late Show, like, we made an announcement at the beginning that was like, "This is a taping, so please don't, like" obviously, no one's gonna heckle, but please don't, like, yell anything out. And literally someone did in the late taping, and I never get mad at the audience, but I did literally stop and I was like, "You guys, that's the one thing we told you not to do." And then, of course, I mean, this is obviously cut from the special, but then I, like and then I had to remind myself, "Oh, wait, I just scolded them, so now they're in a bad like, now
Uh-huh.
they're scared of me. I have to, like, lighten things up again." So I had to, like, then, like, do crowd work to bring them back.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, that person that I yelled at was, like, still there, obviously, and, it's not their they forgot. They got, like, caught up in the moment, like, I should not have yelled at them. But I was sort of shocked, like, I can't remember what I said. I said something like maybe I was doing some joke about how I once painted my nails maybe, and then someone yelled, like I'm sure they looked great, or like something like that. Like it was a positive thing, but I'm
Yeah.
like, that's the one thing we told you not to do.
We don't need that. We don't
Yeah.
need that right now in this moment.
For that
So
moment, she thought you guys are having a conversation.
yeah.
Wild. I'm sure they look great. That was me. That's what I'm here to
Yeah,
tell
and thank you for
you.
coming, obviously.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was it's also just like everything takes so long. Like that
Mhm.
material I had toured for on and off for like maybe a year and a half. Then I took a break from it. Then I taped this in April, and now it's coming out in December. So
Right.
it's just like, I don't know. It's the newness is gone. It's crazy that people are
Totally.
going to be seeing it for the first time. Anyway, I sound like I'm like, you're like, talk to me about your special. I'm like, I don't know about it. No,
No,
it's
I think
good.
it's
No, we
Everyone
should,
everyone should everyone should rent it and buy it.
yes, everyone
absolute.
should. George is a genius. Everyone should rent and buy it. And yeah, the birth of a creative project is always so strange because by the end of it, you're like, get this away from me. I
I know.
never
I
want to see
know.
it again.
But then it'll come out and everyone new will get to see it and love it. And
Yes.
then you'll get like reinvigorated with
Yeah,
it.
Yes.
But yeah,
that's what
but
I hope.
it's like
Yeah.
some person 2-year-old version of me made this. Like it's weird in some ways. I
Totally.
get that.
I'm also like, we're like, I'm cutting it into little clips for Instagram and stuff. And I'm like, I basically taped a whole special just so that I could have reels to post because I would never do that on my own. Like, I don't have the foresight to, I don't know, hire someone to tape me on a normal show like everyone else does. So I'm like, got it. Okay. So I'm going to tour an hour for a year and a half, sell it, release it, and now I can finally post reels. Like that's sort of what it's all been leading to. Like I'm like, finally, maybe I'll get some followers because I'm going to post reels because I spent 2 years preparing this special, and I'm like planning my own like release party.
But then,
Um,
like, you'll have nice chic reels. You're not gonna have like
I think so. I'm going to be in
Yeah.
a
setting
blazer.
up
I'm going to be in a
there.
blazer. Yeah.
It's you're gonna be in a blazer. You're gonna be in front of that burgundy curtain. You're gonna,
Yes.
slipper room. Yeah, I don't want to see some like shaky someone's cousin filming them. No offense to that
No, I
in the
know.
back. Like,
I did
you know.
something kind of, I want to get your guys' take on this. I'm throwing myself like a little small like release party, and I got custom matchboxes that say like the name of the special.
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of fun?
that's
That's
very fun.
Like a little
very
party
chic.
favor. Thank
That's
you.
perfect.
Yes.
I love that.
My husband collects matchboxes. It's weird.
Ooh.
Or we have like a bowl full of them.
Graham's not invited, I'm sorry, to the party. To let you
Please,
know.
he needs a matchbox for his
I'll
collection,
send you guys.
George.
I'll send you guys some. It's the name of the special on one side, and then there's like a little illustration on the other side that's like a reference to one of the jokes in the special.
That's very chic
Ooh,
and
fun.
cool, George.
You should be throwing yourself a party. You should celebrate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a
It's
cool
doing this
accomplishment.
pod is celebration enough, and I'm
Oh,
very happy to be with both of you.
I don't know about that. You should have your party.
I know I'll have my party for sure. Yeah.
I was thinking about as I was talking about my husband's Matchbox collection that I've been
So boring. Okay, what are you about to say? I can't wait.
my son is obsessed with Sesame Street right now. So I've been learning a lot about the Sesame Street characters, and we got a sticker book. And did you know Bert collects bottle caps and paper clips?
Where do you stand on like collecting things? My mom was a stamp collector,
Oh,
which has always
wow.
been a red flag to me. I mean, I love my mom, God bless, but I'm a little bit like, what what is the impulse to collect?
Okay, I have one collection and it is quite earnest and it is playbills.
Playbills. And I literally knew you were going to say that, and I have that too. And not just that. One time recently in my 30s, I purchased an album for putting them
No,
in.
babe, I have them. I have the sleeves that they go in, and so
Yeah.
they are protected. Absolutely. It's crazy, but I have so many of them in a closet, and I just take them from apartment to apartment.
Yeah,
And
that's a fun that's a fun thing to collect. Like you
Yeah,
can't
okay.
like I only started collecting mine maybe in like, I don't know, 2021 or something, and I regret not starting sooner because there's all these plays I saw as a kid or like when I would visit New York, and I wish I had, you know, oh God, like Mamma Mia from when I went with my parents when I was a kid.
it's kind of chic, yeah, to be able to go back and sort of be like, oh my gosh, passing strange. That was so
Can I
crazy.
tell you, I saw Oedipus.
Oh,
Okay,
how was
what'd you think?
it?
I went in with low expectations. I thought I wouldn't like it because I mean, do you know the it's literally set in present day and he's a politician. That's the
Yes.
premise of it, which I'm truly like, shoot me now. Like I do not need Oedipus to be like a metaphor for Trump. And
Mhm.
so I
Right.
truly thought that I would hate it, and I loved it.
I
Okay,
think
yeah, I
I'm
heard good
mixed about
things.
it.
I'm shocked at how much I liked it. And I don't know. Unfortunately, British actors are just like biologically better than American ones.
Absolute.
And it's such a joy to see them like truly do what they were born to do. I mean, I'm the biggest Leslie Manville fan like on the planet, and she's so good in it. She receives oral sex in it.
Okay,
Okay,
fun.
we like that.
Sorry to spoil. Yeah, and it's from her son. So
Right, right, Oedipus.
Yes, Oedipus, Jenny.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, right, that's like the whole thing. That's the whole
Wow, I haven't
thing."
really touched down with Oedipus since high school.
I
Maybe I should
know.
check in with her.
It's crazy because you're like, obviously you know what happens and you know the twist, but as it's happening, you're like, damn, this is crazy. Like, so back then, this is what they were doing?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It sort of
what was
does
going
not get more
on?
depraved than that. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, is this Darren Aronofsky?
Our fave. Black Swan forever.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes, but then also not our fave in some other times.
Yeah.
I can't even get into it. I once time watched The Whale on a plane and was so like disoriented by the lack of air and alcohol that it actually, even though I despised it as a work of art, it literally made me cry. And I was
Of
like, I
course.
can't. It's like when you're like attracted to someone you're disgusted by. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that, but for art.
Yeah.
Whatever happens on a plane is not of this earth.
Yeah,
There are different rules for what you will tolerate and
totally.
accept, and I guess you will tolerate and accept the whale, and that's beautiful.
And I am sorry.
Thank you for my community. Thanks you.
And that's why Manchester by the Sea is my favorite movie because I watched it on a plane and full body sobbed and
Yeah,
I'll
but
never recover.
I've never watched Manchester by the Sea, but I do love Kenneth Lonergan, and I just know that movie would destroy me.
It will.
It really took Jenny for a. She had a hard time. She was really crying on that plane.
Nicole was on my plane, so she does know.
Yeah,
Okay, we should ask George a question
I
of
think
this
that's an
podcast.
amazing idea, Jenny.
Thank you. Okay, George, on this podcast, we like to ask all of our guests a question. That question is, how were you brainwashed? And by that, we mean, what growing up did you think was true, real, either because of media, your upbringing, culture, that you have since learned was actually brainwashing?
So this is a complicated one because I actually still essentially believe this.
That's okay.
And I hope this is kind of one of those things that I bring up a lot, and I hope I haven't brought it up before on a podcast, and apologies if I have, but I was raised mostly in Greece and partly by both my great grandmothers, and I was really raised to believe in the evil eye. Like when I say the evil eye, do you guys like what do you think? It's okay if you don't know.
No, I think it is. It's to ward off the evil spirits. If people are talking about you, you
Yeah.
keep it
Oh,
out there,
okay.
not getting in
Yeah.
here.
Well, there's a sort of like I would say more broadly this idea that bad luck is this like hot potato that can be passed to you at any time and then you are
Mhm.
cursed
Mhm.
for either forever or for a temporary amount of time. What this sort of entails is various objects or people being instilled with like vaguely supernatural powers. For example, my dad would be like the he would be like Apple products bring me bad luck. And so like I have to have an Android. Or one time, this is like the most like it's like the most like upper middle class bougie. My dad was literally like, the New Yorker magazine brings bad luck. And so like we're canceling our subscription. So there's that element of it where like specific objects
Mm.
have some sort of power. And again, this is all obviously like my parents are very educated people. It's not like they're sort of like doing the dance from Hereditary or whatever. Not whatever. They're not like they don't like believe in witchcraft, but it's it's almost like a quasi religion. It's like something that is in the conversation. And then the other thing is people bringing bad luck, which
Mhm.
there was always just like there's this word in Greek. The male version is grususis, the female version is grususa, and it's like someone who brings bad luck with them, basically.
Mhm.
And there would be just like people in our lives where you would suddenly realize, like, okay, so after the last like 3 times I saw this person, the next day something bad happened to me, or like Or, I mean, in an even darker way, like this person we know, like multiple people close to them keep dying.
Mhm.
And obviously this was not like taken seriously and literally, but it was discussed.
Right.
And I'm ashamed to say, have someone in my life that as an adult, I pretty much like slowly broke off the friendship because I noticed that bad things kept happening around her.
Okay, but like when you're noticing, is it just like the pattern of when I connect to you, I see bad things in my life, or is it also that like they always
That
have
too.
something going on?
That too. There's like I'm not gonna distant family member of someone whom I love has always had just like a look behind the eyes where I'm like, you want me to be harmed. I can tell there's something you don't like. You talk to me and I seem like generally kind of like in a good mood, and you hate that.
Well, that is full just evil eye. Like that is
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah.
That's real.
So so it can be a vibe, and it can also be like bad things keep happening. And I surround myself generally with negative people and like cynical people anyway. So it's not like I'm like, oh my God, you're positive vibes only. Like,
Mhm.
but sometimes when someone is so negative that you're kind of like, okay, so you're basically inviting negativity.
Right,
I sound like
yeah.
an insane person into your life. Yeah. So it's funny. I don't, gun to my head, if you were like, do you actually believe this? I'd be like, no. But then I do act as though I do believe it in my day-to-day life. Like I'm not a superstitious person. Otherwise, I don't believe in astrology. I'm not religious. Like I
Mhm.
don't have other sort of like dogmatic beliefs, but that is the one thing. And I think it's just because I saw like elders in my life and in my community talk like this growing up that it's hard to shake.
That totally makes sense. I feel that it is all just based in energy. Like there are definitely people that in life that you come across, you're just like, you have what do they say? Like you have turns to like everything you touch just turns to shit. Like like
I've
Like
never
his
heard that. I love
grandpa.
that.
and she's got turns to Shannon Medore. Real Housewife has turns to everything
Yeah,
Mm.
Shannon Medore's touching.
a
It
great
just
point.
turns to shit.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, the Housewives are like a great example of this. I haven't kept up in many years, and but truly, my only knowledge is like early Beverly Hills, and then all of original New York,
Mhm.
and one season of Salt Lake. Do you like how I'm like, I don't know anything about that because I'm so sophisticated, but I've actually
Right.
watched all of them. But like, and I'm trying to think of an example of someone who bad things keep happening to. I don't want to say Dorinda because I ultimately think Dorinda's like such a joyous, special person, but like there are I mean, Bethany, I don't know. There are people where you're like, it's your fault.
I think
Yeah.
Dorinda is a good option, and of course, I'm not talking about, like, the true tragedy she's experienced, but I think,
Yes.
like have you seen this clip of her on John Lovett's podcast going around?
Yeah, I
About
sure have.
he calls her mean. He's like, "I love, like, you're, like, one of, like, the meanest housewives," and she's just like, "I'm not mean." And it's like,
I know.
oh, babe, if you
Yeah.
can't even get out of your own way enough to recognize from watching you decimate people that sometimes you can be mean, it's like, yeah, like you got low vibrational energy. Your vibes are low.
Well, I love that her thing is like, if someone comes for me, then I will come for them back. But I'm like, okay, so how do you define someone coming for you? Is it them speaking to you?
Right.
Yeah, sometimes someone can say something that is ever so slightly passive aggressive or like that implies something. But then if you like turn around and call them the C word, that's not like waiting for them to attack first. That's like you being an insane person.
Tinsley simply had a boyfriend and it made
Yeah.
Dorinda lose her damn mind.
Yeah.
Nothing. That Tinsley did nothing to her.
I mean, you know what's funny? Not to completely switch gears, but like I've now been doing this podcast about the Kennedys that you mentioned. And like obviously a huge thing is the Kennedy curse. And it's making me become superstitious again because I've been doing like research week to week. So every week I like do research on a different element of the Kennedys. And the tragedies just never stop in this way that is kind of like jarring.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And obviously, I don't actually believe in a curse, but it is really alarming when you kind of see it all there in black and white.
But
Yeah.
maybe I do believe in a curse. Like
I
at a
know,
point,
it's
like
funny,
it
I keep
becomes kind of undeniable. Like something
Yeah,
is fucked with the Kennedys.
I know, and it kind of I mean, it l hmm, it never ends is the thing, like,
Mhm.
who would have thought that in 2025, like, the most famous Kennedy would be RFK Jr., like in the Trump administration, like banning vaccines or whatever, like looking insane, like it, ruining so many people's lives. I mean,
Mhm.
it's really sort of shocking. Like they find with each generation, they find like a different way to be the darkest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Cheryl Hines out here doing podcasts these days.
I
She kept coming
know.
across my algo being like, "Yeah, Larry David doesn't take my call anymore." And it's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense
God,
to me."
what a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I believe in curses? I don't know, you guys. I do think a lot of people, self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like,
Mhm.
which came first, the chicken or the egg? Some people just can't get out of their own goddamn way.
Yeah.
But the Kennedys is feels like a different case,
And I do
unfortunately.
like the idea of the evil eye, like our family, like we have recognized that you are bad. Like we are actively making a choice to not take your shit in. I think that
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's a way to set up boundaries without having
yeah.
to say, yeah.
What's an evil eye but a boundary?
I know. It really is a boundary. And it's like almost growing up like humanized my parents for me because otherwise they were so I mean, I love my parents, but in many ways they're such like classic immigrant parents that just like were so strict about academics and they themselves were so high achieving and were each of them was like number one in their class in college and then like went and like came to America, like lived their American dream, like then moved back to Greece and like sort of took everything they learned with them and they were just like such strivers and such like rational people in all other ways. They were like always like they one time told me there was one point where when I was like a teen where I was like maybe I'll be a lawyer and they were like great idea. But maybe do your undergrad in engineering first, just so you have that in your back pocket, and then you can go to law school. But if that doesn't work out, you can always like be an engineer. And I was like, makes total sense. Like I didn't question. I was
Mhm.
like, well, of course I have to first have a bachelor's in engineering because you have to like have the option of being an engineer, and then you can of course go to law school. So them after all that not being able to like see past their own superstitions like really humanize them because I'm like
Mhm.
wow, you guys like have accomplished so much and yet you like can't go get coffee with this acquaintance because you literally think she's going to bring bad luck to our family.
I'd love to know what kept happening to your dad's iPods that got him to not
I
trust
know. I
Apple
wonder what
anymore.
it was. I wonder what it was. You know, there were a bunch of things. Apple products, in New Yorker. I mean, every time I go home, I learn about a different thing. The New Yorker is so funny because I would like, one time I was reading the New Yorker and then I was like, I found this, I think you'll enjoy this article. And he read the article and he was like, God, that is so interesting. They have such great writing. It's so sad I can't read it. Like he really was like, God,
Yeah.
I really wish I could read it more often, but like I can't because I might
My
die.
hands are tied.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, whoa. I've never really considered it with objects, but if any object is cursed, it would be my, Apple products. I
I
mean, I
mean, do
am
you feel like
dropping that
pri
shit, losing that shit
do
every
you think
day.
like there are objects that bring you good luck? Because that's another, people have like their lucky
Hmm.
charm.
If I have it, it's not working.
Yeah,
Got it.
for
Let's
sure.
get another one. Oh, I will say this. Nicole and I were each gifted when we decided we wanted to go on a pregnancy journey. Our friend said that she knew a local witch in New Hampshire where she was living at the time who would give her crystals that help with fertility. And she went to this witch when we said we wanted to get pregnant. And the witch gave her, it's like a custom potpourri mix and crystals and a little bowl that you put them in. And I still have that by my nightstand because I'm like nervous it's attached to my child now.
Totally.
Whoa.
and, and when I moved apartments before he was born while I was pregnant, I was like, we have to keep it intact. Like, I think I carried it. Like, I put in my lap in the car on the way to the new apartment. I didn't want to disassemble it.
Yeah,
Oh, there's that.
I had a similar thing. My friend Molly Rubin Long, a bunch of years ago, like it might have even been pre-pandemic, I don't remember, but she got into this sort of quasi hobby of making little pins. What are they called? Like little yeah, like a pin you put on your like lapel. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
little pins because she got a little maker, like one of those like stamp makers where you make pins, and each of them had just like a random photo, like a red carpet photo of a celebrity, and she just would open this box and would be like, "Well, who do you want?" Like George Clooney, Timothy Chalamet, whatever. And at the time, Susan Sarandon and Deborah Messing were feuding online, and she had both Susan Sarandon and Deborah Messing. And so I got the 2 pins. They're like little pins, and I put them on my tote bag. And I was like, isn't it funny? They're in conversation. They're like feuding on my tote bag. Approximately a week later, the Susan Sarandon one fell and got lost, like on the street. So I just had Deborah Messing on my tote bag. But then I thought it was like such a funny, sort of inside joke with myself that I just had a random pin of Deborah Messing on my tote bag that I kept it, and I kept it there literally until honestly, like 2 weeks ago when she had her freak out. I was like, this is, I can no longer, I no longer want anyone to like have any question about my affiliations.
It's a dangerous time to be walking around with a Deborah
I
Messing
know,
clip.
but I really
sure.
thought it was like, I wouldn't say I thought it brought me good luck, but there was something, it reminded me of Molly. Like it was such a funny thing. Like I did think it was talismanic in some way, but I couldn't keep on doing it.
What did she do, you guys? I saw people being mad about it, but I didn't see
it's
what
complicated.
she did.
It's complicated.
You gotta Google that in your own time.
She's posting.
She's posting, and she shouldn't be. She should be logging off.
What does she have to say?
Yeah, but she's being
okay.
she's being racist.
Okay.
She's racist. What a fall from grace! Not
wow.
Oh, Nicole.
Write that down.
Okay, I can't believe that hasn't been used in a New Yorker.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Her. Now, I will say that I did move my crystals out of my bedroom because I didn't want to get pregnant again. So maybe, I do believe in sort of.
Yeah, the crystals.
I have twins, George. So I was like, these crystals like maybe are too powerful
Totally.
for the bedside. I gotta put them in the living room. So
oh my God, twins. My husband's siblings are twins. I think they must run in. I mean, I guess we're not gonna have biological children, but they run in his family, is what I'm saying. And so I've
science
been.
will do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What twin gossip can you say on
Yeah,
air? Do they like each other? Or should I?
No, they do. They're all very close. It's boy girl, and the girl, Matthew's sister, is the one who has a child, who is my niece that I was talking about earlier. So we're very close. We're very close with them, and we're there very often. And yeah, pretty much, I would say that as twins, they grew up into healthy adults, and they both have separate interests and lives. And so I'm predicting only positive things for your twins.
Thank you.
They're already so different, They're fine.
I know, but then like sometimes I'm using the same spoon to feed them both oatmeal. I'm like, this is bad.
Is that bad?
Why is that bad?
I don't know, because like, can't you imagine someone in therapy being like, my mom didn't even give us our own spoons.
They don't know what's going on right now.
Oh my God.
Right, but yeah, you know what? But they have a fucking record of it. They have a real time. Our podcast is a primary source document.
It is.
After we croak, our children will listen. And
no, they're not. Do you think our children are going to listen to this?
If my mom had a podcast, I'd be listening. Yeah.
100%.
Oh no, we got to scrub it.
No, you guys are cooked.
Yeah. For sure.
If my mom
had a podcast showing her journey of getting pregnant with me, yeah, I'd be listening to that. Because I'm obsessed with me. It's more really about like, stories about me. Yeah, and our kids might feel that way.
Yeah. No, it's never crossed my mind.
Crazy.
Not once have I thought my son will listen to this. I like to think that the internet will be so different. Like it'll be archaic and be like watching a VHS.
Totally.
Like they're not going to figure it out.
But people like to do that too. It's whole movies.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I think it's like even worse than that. In that everything will be ChatGPT, so she wouldn't. Like your child wouldn't even have to like look it up. They could just like wake up and be like, wait, what did my mom say about me in 2025? And Alexa would just be like, she said this.
Oh no, George.
Your mom said that you were playing Play-Doh with your poop.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, whatever. I can't let it censor me. I can't let.
I'm not saying it.
Future.
I'm just sort of positing a theory.
It's clear I never think about anything as I'm doing it.
Are you guys like? I'm sorry, this is such a stupid question, but are you guys strict about screen time?
Jenny, you can answer for
God. I mean, No, I mean, yes.
Jenny's not, and I am.
Yes
Got it.
and no. I mean, I'm not, like, letting him watch anything, and I'm not letting him watch for a long time, I would say. So, like, every so often he gets, like, half an hour of TV, but it's, like, Sesame Street or Frog and Toad or,
I mean, half hour is nothing.
Bluey.
There are
Yeah,
kids out there that are, like, glued to their iPad.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
The doctor really is, like, not before 2.
Really?
Yeah, they all say that.
Yeah, I know, and so I'm just, like, I'm trying to be good until 2, and then I'll just, like, be real, and
You're
they
gonna
can
be
watch Below Deck
unfiltered.
with me constantly, but for now, I'm sort of, trying to hold off. But they've seen sometimes. You know, if like, they're really sick or, like, everyone's just, like, really sick,
On a
sometimes we'll put
plane.
on a Miss Rachel, yeah.
Yeah, my niece does Elmo, Miss Rachel. I think that's it. I don't think she does the, like, super kind of, like, slop, like, YouTube Kids slop that
Yeah, yeah,
freaks
yeah,
me
yeah,
out.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cocomelon is drugs, is what all the doctors say.
Yeah.
Cocomelon is drugs. It's a crazy thing, but they all say that exact sentence.
I know. I think Elmo is like good drugs. Like it's like artisanal
Yeah.
drugs because it is definitely designed to appeal to children in like a
Mhm.
scientific, crazy way. Like I think it's also just like the red color is very kind of hypnotizing. But like my niece like is obsessed with like her face lights up when he comes on screen.
Nice.
Yeah, I was doing dishes earlier. Well, and I put on Bluey for my son for, like, half an hour, and I kept looking at him on the couch, and he was just like
Mm.
he
So
was
happy.
he was, like, laughing. He was, like, dancing when he was just like I was like, "Wow, he loves this." I don't engage with anything like that, the way he's loving Bluey.
I did have the thought today, like, do you think my daughters will like I Love Lucy? Like how I liked I Love Lucy? Or do you
Aw.
think that they'll be like, this is 100 years old. Why are you showing
Well, I
me?
think their version of that, I guess, will be like Friends.
Right.
It's like
Girls.
we're watching
Modern
oldies. Yeah,
Family.
literally, they'll be watching Girls. They're like, "Oh my god, this is so vintage."
Oh my god, I was watching I Love LA and I was like, "The kids aren't like this, are they?" Like, I literally had that feeling.
But the thing with I Love LA is that it's like this actually made a click for me because Rachel said this in an interview. She like it's entourage for an influencer. It's not like Gen Z
Mhm.
girls. Like I think the
Mhm.
girls comparison is wrong, and I think it's literally like entourage. So which entourage is about people that are like depraved and narcissistic and have the wrong priorities and are awful and live in Los Angeles. Like it's meant to be that rather than like a definitive like generational text. And
Oh,
I like that literally made a click for me. I was like,
that's
okay, I see
helpful.
exactly what you're doing.
That's so helpful because thinking this is Gen Z girls, it's just like I they're so bad. They're so but that's what everyone said about girls. They're like, "They're so unlikable," and I was like, "Oh, no, am I doing that?" But
No, they're
she
yeah.
meant to be that. She's actively making them that
Yes.
unlikable.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I approve then, and I'll keep watching. Wow, okay, we've come to the time where we play our game. Nicole, what's our game?
Yeah, George, we're gonna play a game called casting. So we are gonna pick a category, or if you have a category in mind, like shapes, and then we're all gonna say like, "Oh my god, Nicole's circle because she's really just has no edge to her, and Jenny's triangle because she's aggressive, and George is
Got it.
sort of square." Yeah, you get the idea. Okay. So is there any?
Never been done.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna really go out on a limb here. Sam and I do this game on our podcast with the Haim sisters,
Yeah,
where we decide which thing is which Haim sister.
I
But I
really,
also
really like
completely understand if you guys don't know the ins and outs of the personalities of the Haim sisters. And I'm happy to explain them.
I think if I could get
Actually,
a one sentence overview of each time,
yeah,
I
Okay.
could do it.
okay, do
And
it.
it would be literally my honor. So basically, we have Danielle, Esty, and Alana.
Mhm.
So Danielle, to me, is like the brains behind the operation. She's the CEO. She is like the band leader. Esty is kind of like she's like the fun party one. She's funny. Like when you see them on stage, Esty will truly like break into like a tight five stand-up set about how she like accidentally texted a guy something and then autocorrect changed it to anal. And then like like that's kind of it almost reminds me of like
Uh-huh.
how Chloe was in early seasons of the Kardashians, where she was like,
Wow.
I'm funny, I'm silly. My sisters are serious. I'm the silly one. And then Alana is like the ingenue. She's the baby of the family. But then she's also the one that was like discovered by Paul Thomas Anderson and is acting. So she's almost like, almost a Rachel Sennett figure in her own right, in that she's like a young it girl.
Okay.
So basically, we have young baby it girl, CEO, and like funny, silly Chica who makes funny faces.
I'm locked in completely.
Okay.
I am too.
And George, you're gonna say who you are and also who we are.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna say who everyone is.
Okay, fuck.
And that's okay. And we realize that you barely know us. And
I know I'm struggling. Yeah. I mean,
there are no wrong
obviously I've
answers.
gotten. Okay, let's see.
And we can go first to give you some more time to
Ooh,
think.
I would love that.
Okay, I'd be happy to start. Definitely to me, George is Danielle. George feels smartest out of the three of us. That seems very clear. Now my husband is big time horny for SD Haim. That is his celeb crush. But I think even though that means that my husband would hit on me, I'm gonna give it to Jenny, because I think Jenny's kind of got a fun personality. She's kind of like kind of silly girl. I have seen, is it Esty or Estee? Esty.
I mean, I think Esty. Yeah.
Esty, I have seen her sort of like playing the bass and with her tongue out, and I feel like that's the Jenny vibe.
Nice.
And then I think, of course, I'm beautiful ingenue. I'm in the movies. I'm amazing, and so that's where I landed.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Okay. I went a little bit differently. I said that, Nicole, you were Danielle because you are the boss and CEO of my life. And then I did say I am Esty. I just often am typecast as Silly Billy. And then I saw George as Alana, ingenue,
thank
PT
you.
Anderson, intellectual again, taping your special. I just think licorice pizza, that's you.
Fascinating. I was going to say, I, of course, believe that Jenny is Silly Billy and cracking jokes on set, a la Jessica Biel and Lizzie Olsen. But there's something about, like, right now it's like the glasses, the kid talk, like mommy in charge.
Yeah.
I was like, I was getting Danielle vibes. And then I honestly think Nicole, like, you have this on-screen presence, like you're very you're just a classic comedic actress to me, in a kind
Not
of
gonna fight you on that one for sure.
yeah, like, and I'm feeling like the SD, and I think you almost got there with your husband being attracted to SD Haim. I'm like, I'm gonna go all the way and say you're SD, and I guess I would say that makes me Alana. And I guess this special is kind of my licorice pizza, in that I'm finally breaking out and making my on-screen debut, because of course I was cut out of the Jessica Biel project.
You are finally gonna get reels, babe.
Exactly. Yeah. And the Haim sisters love to do a reel. They love like a dance challenge.
They really do. Yeah.
They love to match. They love to do a sketch with Jimmy Kimmel. I think they go on Jimmy Kimmel approximately once a week, and they're always doing a crazy sketch with Jimmy Kimmel.
They love a lip sync.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're coming through. They love Watch What Happens Live. We love, and you know what? Now I've seen them twice. I've seen them twice. They're a blast.
They're
You've
really
seen
good.
them twice, and you needed the one sentence, or was that just only for me?
I don't really know the differences in personality outside of one is in PT Anderson movies.
Yeah, and ultimately, like, these personalities are kind of ones that Sam and I have made up for them based on our experience of them.
I love that.
I mean, it is true that I've seen them twice, but when I saw them with Sam, Esty fully broke into like a 5-minute stand-up set, and then like that went into a song, and it was kind of like Esty's comedy corner, like welcome to Caroline's. And then obviously Alana is an ingenue in the sense that she literally was like a young actress. And Danielle, by all counts, is the most serious. I don't know. But then again, Esty is the one who got a PhD in ethnomusicology from UCLA. There's a lot more. It's more complicated, you guys.
Wow. Yeah.
There's no just onions, the layers of the Haim sisters.
Yeah. And Esty's actually the oldest one. So in that sense, she is like also, I'm sure, the bossy one. not to call a woman bossy.
Wow.
I don't know what the word is we're supposed to say. She's a boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, well, this was an amazing Straightio Lab or you brainwash crossover
yes.
event of the season.
I mean, if I can spread the Haim game to other podcasts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, George, this was a fucking delight. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me. This was so much fun. What a lovely way to spend a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
This is one of those
Like
amazing. It's like now I'm going to turn off my camera and I'm just going to be alone in the dark in my room, like looking at a screen. Cool.
You're welcome.
Maybe I'll have a glass of wine.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Where can all our listeners follow you, support you, watch your special?
Yes, at George Civeris on some platforms. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't adopted to some of the newer ones. And the special by this time when this comes out, I'm sure I will have the link like in my bio, but it is available on Amazon, it's available on Apple, Vimeo. There's like so many different places, and all of them are named like Fleablow that you can put things on now. And it's
Yeah.
available sort of on all of them. And you can rent it, you can buy it. Renting it is very cheap, I promise. I know it's not available for free on streaming, but it's the price of one coffee, you guys. It's
Just buy it also. You can
Support
buy
the
it,
art.
everybody.
Support the arts. And when did you say this was coming out?
December
December
3rd.
3rd.
Perfect. Well, if it's December 3rd, that means that literally tonight I have a like release show at the Bell House. So if it's not sold out Haim style, then look out for tickets. And it's with Mary Beth Barone and Sabrina Wu. It's going to be a very fun show.
Fun.
And pretty much I love comedy and I love the entertainment industry.
What a beautiful love letter.
A gorgeous sign off.
Thank you, George.
Thanks, guys.